All right, wrapped up here. Cam, how was the track?
A little dry.
Was it busy enough for you?
I actually kept myself together and I did not rev anyone.
You didn't rev bomb anybody.
Yeah, and I see like a lot of your articles and talking about like you got it coming if you rev a dude who's just an electrician who is ready to beat. Yeah.
Just that guy might beat your, you know what?
Yeah, exactly. And that's so true because even like myself, like,
okay,
I'm no sweeter than anyone else, and I get in my emotions, like, you know, when I'm out there and I'm like,
you're rider mode, right?
Oh, yeah, exactly, right. But literally, that guy paid the same entry fee as I paid,
right?
And if he comes off and lets me have it at the box fan, I've got it coming. Okay. And I'm ready for that. I'm aware of that, and he will probably beat me up.
But this is a good question for people that don't know about this. We're doing the 2025 KX450, but this is good intermission talk. How or what is the proper rev? You got a slower guy in front of you because vet guys get mad no matter what rev you do. So give me I'm a mad type of rev, like you're an a-hole type of rev, or hey man, I'm just letting you know I'm behind you type of rev. Give me those two.
The mad like a-hole rev would just be like before you're on decel coming into a corner, you pull your clutch in and you're just.
How long do you hold the rev for if you have an a-hole rev?
I might get in trouble if I started my bike and did it, but like.
So 2 to 3 seconds is, hey, you're an idiot.
Or hey, I'm here. I'm trying to do a moto. I'm working. Whatever. Would be pull your clutch in and like, whoom whoom.
Okay. So the double pump is like I'm a friendly guy behind you.
That's in my opinion, yeah.
I concur. I feel like that's the right way.
But if I do that and still like no action's taken, and a couple turns later, it's kind of like the hold it wide open a little longer, and then that's like if we haven't done anything by then, it's like I got to get by you. I got to get by you.
This also brings up another question.
I'm gonna figure out how to get by you.
This is a whole new video. I feel like this is a new video we can create right now. So like, okay, so now you're revving. He doesn't let you by. Do you like guys that get in behind you? Because obviously it says McAdoo on the back of his jersey. So I want to measure up with Mac. I feel like I can be a factory racer. I feel like if I beat Mac on a practice day, how do you feel about guys that do that? Because I know that happens.
So while I'm doing it, while I'm in the, like, okay, so today's my second day back on the bike in 3 months.
No one knows that besides you.
Yep, exactly. Yesterday and today. So the same guy finds himself behind me a few times. And while I'm out there, I'm like, okay, like.
You're already iRacing. You know he's there.
I'm just being like, okay, well, enjoy this. Because I'm going to find everywhere where you're behind me, and it really hurts to follow out here. Yes. So, like, enjoy getting roosted this whole time, and I'm going to dictate the pace. So, like, I will make us go 5 seconds slower, and then I'll make us go 5 seconds faster. And then, like, we'll play this game because, like, you know what I mean? As just a rider, you get, like, annoyed by it. But then I get off the track, and I, like, think of it on... I pull myself back from it. I'm like, I respect that. Okay. Like, that dude wants to see how fast he can go, right?
Because you're the guy to measure up to.
Yeah, and I guess it's cool that I'm the guy to measure up to.
That's right.
Maybe, you know?
Okay, so now you've got some helpful tips for you racers, practice racers, especially in California.
I don't do everything perfect, guys. Like, and if I've revved you at Glen Helen, it's not personal.
And sometimes these guys are so fast, it sounds like they're revving at you, but they're not. That's just how they ride. So there's some helpful tips. Courtesy of RacerXOnline.com, you're welcome. We didn't know this video was going to happen, but I feel like it was very educational and to keep you safer out there and to just keep away from the pros. They're doing their work. And then ride your line, you're fine.
My first Keefer story ever.
Oh, this ought to be good.
2016, my first trip to California, I was riding for MCR. I was an amateur. Thought I was pretty sure of myself. I was felt like I could win some amateur nationals in the A class. So. You're an 18-year-old kid, you know. I showed up. I flew out here for Mammoth with the Moto Concept guys, and I went out to Sunstar, I think?
Sunrise
MX.
R.I.P.
Yep. And there's this dude out there, and I'm, like, measuring himself. Like, he's on the other side of the track from me, right? But
I was the guy measuring up? I was that guy that day?
Let me finish my story. So I got this guy, and there's this guy out there, and, like, I come out of this turn, and he's hitting this tabletop. Next lap, I come out of this turn, he's hitting the tabletop, but he's a little bit further in the air. And I'm like, oh, no. So then I'm like, I really start throwing down. And then, like, we're about the same speed, lap after lap after lap. And so finally I'm like, all right, whatever. get off the track, and I go ask my mechanic, Aaron, I'm like, who is that guy? He's like, oh, that's Keefer. And I'm like,
who's that?
And I'm like, I didn't know who Keefer was. Like, I was like, okay, who's that guy? And he's like, oh, yeah, he used to race pro, and he tests a lot, whatever. And he's like 40-something. And I'm like, no. And then I got to know Keefer, and we became good friends over the years. But, I better believe I was very triggered that day. Very triggered. I'm like, I can't take myself serious. And then...
You never know, people.
Yep, and then the following week, I went and battled it out with Eric Swan at Mammoth.
Oh, that's worse. Yeah. I feel like that could be worse.
I'm like, this guy's in a flannel, dude, and his hair's going to get caught in his tire, and he is so fast.
And that guy will actually kill you for his position, unlike me. Well, I will let you have it.
No, he was shredding, so good job.
All right. Impromptu interview with Cameron McAdoo. Thanks. Have fun.
Guys. Thank you.